Hello there, yes, well, happy Sundays, yeah, indeed, yeah, they were a band, weren't they? Yeah, or was that Wednesday? Anyway, leaving that aside, of course, yes. Yeah, much enjoyment to be had yesterday from the literally ongoing Twitter spat that was the entire Reform Party. And it had me thinking about the nature of the people involved. Yes, and when you bump into them in actual real life and the likely consequences of their action. Yes, anyway, that was fairly well reported because you couldn't really miss it, especially if you were on Twitter. The Daily Telegraph had this: Reform civil war breaks out as chairman reports police to MP to police over threats. Rupert Lowe stripped of the party with after Zia Youssef accused him twice making threats of physical violence. There you again, you can see all four of the Reform MPs there. Yeah, they've definitely only got four. Let's not mention number. No, there's only four, aren't there? Yes. Yes, indeed. Very, very public display of various things. And we also had previous people that have had, well, issues with, well, the Reform Party and, well, their four MPs. Seen here again, once again, from the Daily Telegraph, from Ben Habib, who has had issues and was kicked out of the party and now has basically been a thorn in their side. Looks very much like Rupert Lowe will be so because, of course, he's an elected MP and by any standards quite an effective local man in his party. Local MP for his area, so he's not going anywhere and will remain no matter what outside of the party, presumably. Yes. Anyway, there were a couple of key tweets that went out yesterday. One from Rupert saying, "Oh, let's have dinner, Nigel, and talk about it," and one from Lee Anderson saying, "Well, we can't work with him anymore." Both of those with links down below if you want to particularly read them. Whatever. Probably since I've made this, it's changed about 17 times, but whatever, try it. But one he was, of course, reminded of previous spats by various people with dubious parties that begin with one is reminded of Andrew Bridgen, him, yes, falling out with Lawrence Fox. You may recall that quite a long time ago. And, it was reported, probably honestly, because you can honestly believe these things, under Guido Fawkes, that the two of them had a falling out about a Christmas tree and use of the company car. Both of them complaining that the other one was basically a bit of an egomaniac git that wasn't prepared to put any effort in. Might come back to that as a notion. Andrew is currently involved in a legal battle with Matt Hancock about whether or not he's anti-Semitic, to which the public yawns enormously, and one can only wish enormous legal costs on both of them, effectively. But what I was thinking about this was the very nature of the people involved, because I've, at various times in my life, been involved in some new-ish kind of movements. Put it that way, okay? Be they professional or political. And what happens rapidly when something becomes a thing is you get a particular type of person that wants to run out in front and scream, "I'm in charge," okay? And they always come from a particular mental state. They're invariably people that are of a libertarian bent. And I include left-wingers here, okay? The current people running the Labour Party are a classic example of that. They are people that have to be in charge, and yet aren't very good at it, okay? They're very good at getting in charge, but once they arrive at something that other people have built, then they can't help but break it because they can't manage to do anything other than be a walking ego who's definitely in charge. And if I'm not in charge, then I'm going to get the law on you, okay? Andrew Bridgen, yeah? Lee Anderson. That's the nature of those people. And they always end up destroying the very thing that they seek to control and invariably changing it one way or another because their mental state is such that they cannot work together. You will find most left-wingers, myself and other people, when I've been involved in political groupings, be it the Labour Party or anything, whatever, we tend to, fully accept that we won't agree with people on the right, for example, but we will work with them to get things done. People on the right don't tend to have that attitude, okay? They are more than happy not to get anything done so long as you lose. And again, I'll point you to the Labour Party in that respect, okay? Yeah? Just nasty individuals. That's what everybody says about them, yeah? Yeah, you listen to someone like maybe the Alexis Sale podcast and the way that he describes the right wing of the Labour Party, because they're just awful people. They're only ever interested in making sure that their Christmas tree goes in the car. And if that doesn't happen, there's going to be trouble, by God, and it's going to cost you a great deal because they're right. Because their mums said so. Anyway, do have a glorious Sunday. Do enjoy. Do go to church if you want. Do go to the synagogue if it's open. Do go to the mosque. It will be open. There we are. Yeah, I think that's covered most of the bases. Sorry about the Seventh-day Adventists out there. You'll have to sort yourself out.